We need to have a very honest conversation today. While you are sleeping, Nigerian companies, the banks you use, the fintechs you trust, and agencies that you desperately want to work for are having meetings about how to fire you. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this to save you. We keep hearing AI is the future and we nod our heads, but nobody is telling you the ugly truth. AI is not just coming to help you work faster. For some specific jobs in Nigeria, AI is coming to take your seats completely. If you're sitting currently in an office in Lagos, Abuja, or Port Harcourt, thinking your laptop job is safe just because you don't do manual labor, you might be in the red zone. I have a list of 5 specific Nigerian jobs that are walking on a shaking bridge. We're going to break down exactly why they are dying, and more importantly, how you can pivot before the bridge collapses. So let's get into it. Now, before we list the jobs, we need to understand why this is happening in Nigeria specifically. You see, in America, companies use AI to innovate, but in Nigeria, companies use AI to survive cost inflation. Fuel is expensive, diesel for generators is expensive. The cost of running business in Nigeria has tripled. So, if a Nigerian CEO can pay a software subscription of $20 a month to do the work of 3 junior staff members who need salary, transport allowance, and health insurance, what do you think they will do? They will choose the software every single time. Now, this isn't about technology, it's about economics. And the first casualty of this economic war is a job that thousands of Nigerian graduates rely on.
The first job in the red zone list is tier 1 customer support. Let's be real. When was the last time you called your bank, whether it's Senate, GTB, or Access, and actually spoke to a human being immediately? It doesn't happen anymore. Nigerian banks are aggressively pushing us to chatbots. You know them. You know Leo, you know Ziva, you know Ada. 5 years ago, these bots were stupid. They could only tell you your balance. But today, with generative AI, these bots can handle refunds, log disputes, and even block cards without a human ever touching the keyboard. Fintechs like OPay and MoneyPoint are leading this charge. Reports show that up to 80% of customer queries are now automated. If your job description is simply answering phones and saying, "Please give me your account number," or "Please hold while I check," you're an endangered species. The only humans left in customer service will be the tier 2 agents, the ones solving complex fraud issues that the bots cannot understand. The entry-level agents, on the other hand, they have been wiped out. But not to worry, here's how to pivot. Stop trying to be the person answering the phone. Become a customer success manager. You have to learn how to use the AI tools to manage 100 clients at once. The AI handles the "what is my balance" questions, while you handle the "how do I run my business with this bank" questions. Empathy is the only thing the bot cannot fake. Now you might be thinking, okay, Josh, I don't work in a bank. I work in a creative agency. I write for a living. I'm safe. Well, that brings us to the second job. And this one hurts because it affects the hustlers the most.
Job number 2 is the junior copywriter and content mail writer. We all know this industry, the Naira per word writers, the guys on Fiverr or Upwork who write generic SEO blog posts, social media captions, and email newsletters for small businesses. That market has crashed. Why? Because of ChatGPT 4.0 and Claude 3. Think about it. Why would a Nigerian business owner pay a junior writer 5,000 naira to write a blog post about real estate in Lekki when they can ask ChatGPT to write it in 10 seconds for free? And honestly, the AI usually makes fewer grammatical errors. Agencies in Lagos are no longer hiring 5 junior writers to brainstorm ideas. They are hiring 1 senior editor to fix the work of 5 AI bots. The middleman writer is gone. But Once again, here's how to pivot. You need to stop selling words and start selling strategy. Don't just be a writer, be an editor or a content strategist. AI can write the text, but it doesn't know why it's writing it. It doesn't understand Nigerian culture. It doesn't know street OT. It can't speak pidgin properly without sounding robotic. You see that cultural nuance? That's the new product. So become the person who gives AI a soul. And it's not just text. If AI can write the description of a product, you best believe it can create the image of the product too. So this next one is going to upset some people in Computer Village, but we have to say it. Job number 3 is the business center graphic designer. You know these guys. You find them in every marketplace in Nigeria. They design quick flyers for church programs, wedding IVs, and birthday shoutouts. Tools like Midjourney, Canva Magic Studio, and even Microsoft Designer are eating this market alive. The client doesn't want to wait 3 days for a logo revision anymore. They can type logo for Suya Sports in Yaba, red and yellow colors, into an AI generator and get 4 options in 30 seconds. Is the AI perfect? No. But is it good enough for a small business that wants to save money? Absolutely yes. So if your only skill is just moving shapes around in Photoshop or Corel Draw, you are in the red zone. The barrier to entry has dropped to 0. But once again, don't panic. Here is how to pivot. You must evolve from a designer to a brand identity specialist. Let me break it down. Don't just sell a logo, sell a feeling, sell a brand story. AI can make a pretty picture, but it cannot build a cohesive brand system that works across Instagram, billboards, and packaging. So you need to sell the thinking and not just the pixel pushing. Now, you might be watching this saying, Josh, I don't do creative work. I deal with the facts, I deal with numbers, and I deal with administration. Well, I have bad news for you. The boring jobs are actually the easiest for AI to steal. Job number 4 is the data entry clerks and admin assistants. In the old days, Nigerian companies hired armies of people just to move numbers from a physical file to an Excel sheet. Today, we have technology called OCR, that stands for Optical Character Recognition. You take a picture of a document with a phone, and AI extracts the names, numbers, and dates and puts them into the database automatically. Look at the government and fintechs. When you register for your NIN or BVN now, are they typing everything manually? No. They scan your documents, the AI reads it, and fintechs use this for KYC, that is, know your customer. They don't have people verifying every ID card manually anymore. The AI just scans it, checks it against the database, and approves you in seconds. So if your CV says proficient in data entry, please delete that line today. That is not a skill anymore. It is just a feature of a software. Here's how to pivot. You need to move up the food chain. Learn data analytics. Don't just be the person who enters the data. Be the person who reads the data and tells the boss what it means. So learn tools like Power BI, SQL, Tableau, and the rest. Become the brain, not the fingers. Finally, we have a job that relies on the one thing we thought machines couldn't do: language. For years, knowing a second language or being able to transcribe audio was a guaranteed side hustle for Nigerian students. Not anymore. That brings us to job number 5, basic translators and transcribers. A lot of Nigerians make money online by transcribing audio files or translating documents. It was a solid gig. But have you seen the new Google Pixel or the Samsung Galaxy S24 or S25 AI features? They have live translate. I can speak English to a Chinese man on the phone, and the AI speaks Mandarin back to him in my voice. in real time. It transcribes the call as we speak. YouTube now auto-generates captions, Zoom auto-generates meeting notes, and Otter Meeting Agent has an AI note taker, transcription, insights, records, and summarizes meetings perfectly. So tell me why a company will pay a human $20 an hour to transcribe a meeting when AI does it for $0 instantly. Don't panic. Here's how you pivot. If you are in this field, you must focus on hyper-localization. AI is still terrible at Nigerian languages. It struggles with Yoruba proverbs. It chokes on Igbo idioms. And it cannot understand Wari Pidgin. The generic English to French market is dead. But the English to deep cultural Yoruba market, that is still very much alive. Because machines don't have culture. You do. So focus on the thing the machine cannot learn from the internet. Now, listen to me closely. The goal of this video wasn't to make you panic. It was to wake you up. There is a saying in the tech world, AI will not replace you. A person using AI will replace you. The winners in 2026 will be the hybrids, the writers who use AI to write faster, the designers who use AI to brainstorm, and the agents who use AI to handle customers. The era of being average is over. If you are average, the robot is cheaper. If you are exceptional, the robot makes you Superman. So, I want to ask you a question, and I want you to answer honestly in the comments. Is your current job in the red zone? And what is the one step you are taking this week to move out of it? If this video opened your eyes, do me a favor. Share it on your WhatsApp status, share it with a friend who needs to wake up. And don't forget to subscribe to Tech Mansion, because we don't just review gadgets here, we prepare you for the future. Thanks for watching. My name is Josh, and I'll see you in the next video.